Our next speaker is one of Joseph's longtime friends and collaborators, Mr. Dean Kalimnu of Toorak Law. Welcome, Dean.
Reverend Fathers, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Shalom Aleichem. When I first learned that Josip was a candidate for the city of Hume, I thought to myself, why does a nice boy like this want to get involved in politics? Because really, even at local government level, councillors always get bad press. For example, the other day, I was talking about councillors and someone told me this. How many councillors does it take to change a light bulb? I don't know, I said. 3. 1 to change it, 1 to conduct a fact-finding mission with public funds in Zimbabwe to figure out whether they have light bulbs or not, and then 1 more to tell you, no, you shouldn't have changed it in the first place, put it back. And then I paused for a moment and I thought about this very troublesome word, politics. And Larry Hardiman, an American thinker, says that politics comes from 2 words, poly, which means many, and ticks, which is Australian for a blood-sucking parasite. But that's not obviously true, and Joseph is, of course, Pelge Yunaya, okay? So that's, I thought I'd like to mention that in light of the comments made by David. He belongs to our UMTA as well, you know? And despite being Pelge Yunaya, he doesn't do anything by halves. His commitment to his beliefs and to the people that he wants to serve is 100% non-negotiable. So let's think about this word politics. Yeah, it comes from the Greek word polis, which means the city. So politics has to do with how you conduct affairs within the city. In ancient Greek times, everyone was a politis or a politician. They were expected to be interested in and responsible for the affairs of a city. So every single citizen was supposed to be a politician. People who were not interested in the affairs of their city, who didn't want to be politicians, was considered selfish, and the word for selfish was idiotis. And that's where the English word idiot comes from. And Josip is not an idiot. No, he's a politician in the most ancient Greek sense of the word. A citizen who is interested in the affairs of his city, and this being the city of Hume. In Greek, a person who is politicized in this way is known as politismenos. In Latin and in English, the exact equivalent is civilized. Therefore, to be involved in politics on this local level, as Josip seeks to do, is to be part of civilization itself. And it goes without saying, even though I'm about to say it, that the concept of the city, that of people living in organised communities according to laws and looking out from each other, arose in times ancient, where in the land of ancient Assyria itself. So with a background like that, political background Greek, political background Assyrians who invented cities, how could he not get involved in politics? It's inevitable, it's impossible, ladies and gentlemen. He's called for this. This is what he has to do. And he is a most civilized individual, as you'll agree. He's gentility himself. I've had the honour of knowing him since his youth, and over the years, I've witnessed a bright-eyed, idealistic young man, possessed of the highest morals and ethics, gifted with immense humility and an overwhelming love of humanity, blossom and mature into a nuanced, sophisticated individual with an almost innate, instinctive understanding of the basic needs of people and a commitment to serving them publicly, which arises from these values which he has received from his faith, from his family, from his community, and from this great country we call home, values that he will not compromise, he will not let go, whatever he does. So Josip Haweil doesn't just want to serve, he must serve. He feels compelled to serve the community that he lives in. Now, Josip could enter the world of political service anywhere. He's a very gifted man. But his decision to do so in the city of Hume reflects his deep understanding not only of the needs of this municipality, but also of its people. He's a gifted communicator. He's a remarkable ability to fit in and navigate seamlessly within all of the communities in Hume, religious and ethnic, engaging, embracing, but most of all, understanding all of the communities and giving them a voice. Now, there are many ratepayers in the city of Hume of all ethnicities and religion that have been touched by his compassion, his deep humanitarian concern. The multilingual Josip Haweil has actively assisted newly arrived refugees fleeing war and destruction to settle in the city of Hume and call it the new home. He's an outstanding advocate of human rights, a passionate supporter of interreligious harmony, but also a man of practical vision, concerned with making local government more accountable, more human, more in tune with the citizens' own concerns about how they want their community to be, making it a better place to live and work. For one thing, he understands local infrastructure, including roads, parks, community facilities, all these things which are in desperate need of investment, and he will be a passionate advocate for this cause, considering that these things are the basic building blocks that comprise cohesive, workable communities. Joseph Haweil emerges from within a very tight-knit, close and beautiful, harmonious Assyrian community. So he knows and he understands what it is that makes a proper, inclusive society, and instinctively has a feel and a vision for how to incorporate people within it. Not many people are gifted with such insights, but we're looking at one right here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I'd like to say that the H in Haweil stands for honest, hardworking, helpful, humane, henotic. Now, that's another Greek word which means unifying. I was struggling for words starting with H. Heedful and harmonious. Without hesitation, I am proud to proclaim that we're witnessing tonight, before our very eyes, the emergence of a great Australian, a great Assyrian Greek Australian, and an indispensable asset to the city of Hume. We need to protect all that he stands for, embrace it. He, ladies and gentlemen, is going to make us all very, very proud, very, very soon. So tonight, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I wish to join my voice to that of so many others, and with great pleasure pronounce Haweil for Hume. Thank you very much.